Well, here we are. We are at the end of the conference programming. Thank you so much for being with us for the last 3 days, and I hope it has been fantastic and worthwhile. I hope you had learned a ton. I hope you've been inspired by the success stories of your fellow travelers, that you've learned things that will help you in your own journey, and that you've had meaningful and mutually exothermic interactions with your colleagues, and that you've been given even more evidence that the work you're doing matters. Oh, and that you actually had fun too. So we are nearing the point where I have to ask a question that I'm always a little bit nervous asking. Was this the best DevOps Enterprise Summit that we have put together and run? Please, by indication, put it into Slack. And I'm sure hoping the answer is yes. And I want to thank the programming committee. Everything you've seen is a collaboration with them from the very beginning in 2014. Jason Cox, Cornelia Davis, Dominica DeGrandis, Damon Edwards, Scott Prue, Jeff Gallimore, Ben Grinnell, Cornelia Davis, Courtney Kissler, Dr. Topo Pal, John Smart. I also want to thank the conference ops team. That is Aaron Modzlewski and the Gaiwan team. That's Arna, Mitesh, Alice, and Lawrence. Given all the things that can go wrong throughout the conference, whether it's DNS, API limits, streaming problems, SSL certificates, GPUs, video transcoding errors, I have a whole new appreciation for the number of minor miracles that all must go right in order to deliver online services when it matters the most. And thank you to the entire IT Revolution team. Like you, last year we came into 2020 with a plan, and all of it was thoroughly upended by COVID-19. I've told many people, never in my entire career have I ever had to be part of a planning effort that was so time critical, where I knew so little about basically everything. And I'm so proud of what we've been able to do and create for you over the last 2 years. And so hats off, and my thanks to the entire IT Revolution team for figuring out how to pull these events together. So that absolutely includes my boss and my wife, Marguerite Kim, as well as Molly Coyne, Ann Perry, Kira Vu, Alex Broderick Forster, Anna Noak, Leah Brown, Diana Wiseman. Oh, and of course my buddy and co-MC, Jeff Gallimore. So as you know by now, I've asked every speaker to end with the slide that says help that I am looking for. So here's the help that I am looking for. 1, feedback is love. Tell us what you loved and ideas on how to improve. Please post them in Slack in the general channel. Number 2, if you are interested in co-presenting with your business leader counterpart, or if you have a CEO or COO who wants to talk about how much they value the work that you do, let's talk. Please DM me or email me at genek@itrevolution.com. And lastly, if you have any ideas or on how this community can better interact outside of the conferences, please let me know, and I will loop you into a group that continues to study this, which includes John Smart, Nick Eggleston, and James Moverly. Okay, once again, thank you, everyone, and I'm so looking forward to seeing you all soon in whatever form that takes. And over to you, Jeff, to close. Thank you.
We're almost at the end of this year's DevOps Enterprise Summit. We want to give one more shout out to our sponsors before we wrap up, because they're such an important part of our community. Thanks to IT Revolution for bringing us this fantastic DevOps Enterprise Summit event and getting this amazing community back together. A huge thanks to our premier sponsor, Launch Darkly. A big thank you to all our virtual BFF sponsors. Thanks to our virtual Good Friend sponsors. And thanks to our media sponsor for helping us share this community with the rest of the world. Thank you so much to all of our sponsors for adding some sparkle to our DevOps journeys over the last 3 days. Reminder that we have the videos available in the video library. All the plenary talks and the breakout talks are available to you now. The slides for the talks are also available for download in the video library, linked to each talk. Another reminder that as part of your registration, you have personal access to the video library for 14 days, not 7. We increased it because we wanted you to have more access to the valuable videos. If you want access longer or to share the videos with more people, we've created some options to make it easy to do that. Just check out Slack for more info. Now, the reason we're sharing all these videos and slides with you is because we want you to share them with others. We want you to share the videos. We want you to share the slides. We want you to share sponsor swag and prizes. And most of all, we want you to share your learning and your stories with the people you work with. And speaking of sharing, we want your session feedback. You know what I'm going to say next. Feedback is a gift and sharing is caring. For the last 3 days, we've been talking a lot about community. That's what this is all about. It's the spirit of the DevOps Enterprise Summit to get together, to go faster as a community. And there will be another opportunity for us all to get back together and go faster again next year, because we all have a need to connect, to share, and to learn. We have the DevOps Enterprise Summits in both Europe and the US. We'll be virtual again for the summit in Europe next year, but if all goes according to plan, we'll be back in Vegas in person in 2022. Until then, be well, stay safe, and we'll see you, hopefully in person, next year. Take care, everybody.